Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Sheldon, and this is Behind the Enthusiast. Today, we're going to be doing a DIY little project here, just a little something, and it is going to be for my flat track bike. It is actually going to be utilizing some of the stickers that I have from my sponsor, Ironhold, and I'm going to be creating what I guess is called the bar pad, and basically it covers the bar that goes in between your handlebar. So if you go over the bar, you hit the pad and you don't end up injuring yourself. And usually there is a kind of a plastic coated sleeve that goes around there. Usually it's held on with a Velcro. And so today I'm going to be trying to make my own and incorporating that sticker with the logo from my sponsor Ironhold. So hopefully this goes well. All right, let's get into it. Alright guys, so as you can see I have removed the sleeve from my handlebar already. So there's Velcro on here, so it snaps together. So normally it goes on, just like that. So it's a Pro Taper bar. Now, I do have Velcro. I've had some left over from a previous project, so that stuff, it was only $1.25 from the dollar store, and I'm still using it. So obviously, that is a good investment because you're bound to need it for something at some point. The material that I'm going to be using for the stickers, to actually put the stickers on, is just a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, so printer paper. I'm hoping that will be sufficient. This is my first time doing it, so hopefully that is enough. These stickers, I'm going to end up having to slice them along here just to divide them in half, just so that they can actually read like this. So Ironhold, and I'll probably do it exactly like this one. I'll probably have one right along there and then the other one as well, just in case, I need better visibility of the logo. So like I said, I got the knife there so I can do some cutting. I am going to grab a pair of scissors as well. I think that might help. This is measuring tape, and then a pen to mark everything off. And then I have this, I don't really know what it is. I haven't used it before, but it is supposedly a cheap way of laminating things. So I'm going to try this and see how that goes. So I'm going to cut these stickers. I'm going to measure out the piece of paper, cut that so it is exactly the same size as this. And then I'm going to try laminating over top of the piece of paper and put the Velcro pieces on as well. Alright, so as you guys can see, I ended up slicing those, separated them. I also used these scissors to cut off the little nubs. As you can see there were 3 little nubs there. So I trimmed these off so I have a straight edge on both sides so they can be put pretty much right together, just like this. And so I'm going to lay these out now and space them out. I'm going to measure them, make sure the spacing is pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to have them facing in the same direction like this, or if I'm actually going to copy the Pro Taper design so that Ironhold is visible from the front view and on the back facing me while I'm riding. Basically, I just want to do this so that I get a little bit more coverage of the brand, because I've noticed that a lot of the photos that have been taken by photographers while I'm racing, the logos don't really show up. So this is basically my attempt to put the logo out front and center and not have it get missed at all. So that is the reason I'm actually doing this little project. Now, once I get this laid out, I do have this kind of laminate paper. Again, this is my first time using this, so I think it's from the dollar store. Hopefully that stuff works, because it'll give it a nice coating so it's not going to ruin the paper if there is any dampness or dirt or whatever. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk because this stuff has some, like, I don't know, foil on it, and it almost feels like a vinyl. But this is my DIY way of doing it, and if it doesn't work out, well, lesson learned. Maybe I can find some other materials that'll work a little bit better, but this is what I'm going to go with. I'm pretty confident that this is going to work. So, fingers crossed that I don't screw anything up and the place. Alright, there we go. Next step, all done. As you guys can see, that looks really, really nice for a DIY. I know there's a little bit of a line there, unfortunately, but I did do one of them really well, so I'll probably use that one to have that one facing forward. That's all the scraps there. Now, here is the next tricky part. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this. I think I'll probably just unroll what I want to use and then cover this completely, cut it all the way around, probably on the back, and then I will do the front, and whatever is excess I can fold over. So if you guys are doing something like this at home, it is better to have the back done first, so you already have that laminated, so on the back side. And then when you flip it over, this side has a little bit of excess, maybe 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, so you can actually fold it over. So when it's facing forward, anything that would be coming at you would be deflected around it. That's the plan, so that's what I'm going to do. It's all laminated. However, as you guys hopefully can see here, I did have a little bit of an issue when I was lining it up to begin with, so I do have a big crease there, unfortunately. That is the side that I'm not really going to use, thankfully. And the side that I am going to be using is this one. It looks pretty good to me. I think it'll work really, really well. And I did fold over the edge all the way around. You guys probably won't be able to see the seam, but seam is there. And then I had to flatten it out because there was some air in it, just because I ended up catching some air in there. Now I'm going to put this on, and again, using this one as reference, I'm going to run a strip at the top there. So I'm going to use that on the bad side, and then on the bottom, which is the good side, I will run it on the back side there. And it's done. So, Velcro, the rough portion is up the top here, just like the Pro Taper one. So I've mimicked that completely. Same thing with the design, one facing down, one facing up, or however you want to word that. And then the fuzzy side, the smooth side, on the back as well. And all I have to do now is take this out to the bike, test fit it, make sure it works. The one thing I do want to note is that because this one has stitching on it, as you guys can see here, this is probably because they were using a plastic or a vinyl. This is my first attempt, and I think it went rather well. Well, guys, what did you think? This was a pretty interesting DIY project, making the handlebar pad sleeve, I suppose is what you want to call that. I think it turned out really well, even though there was a little bit of a crinkle in the laminating portion of it. However, this literally cost me nothing. Stickers were free. The Velcro I already had. The laminating portion, I already had that in the house as well. And the paper was just from a stack of printing paper that I've had for probably a good 10 years from my old printer. So really it didn't cost me anything at all, just the amount of time and effort to cut everything and put everything together. So that was it. So hopefully you guys found this helpful and maybe inspired some of you guys to do your own custom sleeve for your handlebar pads. I know a lot of people will go out and actually buy ones, like, you know, Pro Taper, for example. You know, they'll get ones that are different colors or whatever. But if you guys actually have access to a printer, a really good printer, just do exactly what I did. You know, make your own custom design. Get the Velcro pieces from the dollar store. It's really cheap, really affordable, and you can literally do whatever you want and make your bike super custom. So it's really cool. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. So if you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button so I know that it's working. If you guys have any comments or questions, let me know if you guys followed all the way through and even made your own. That'd be really cool. Let me know what you guys are doing. And as usual, be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on future content on the channel. And I will catch you guys in the next one.